Hello and welcome back. So, in the last few lectures, we learned about routing in Express in great detail, and we also implemented few endpoints for the hotels resource. Routing is one important concept in Express, which we have already covered. Now, let's move to another very important topic in Express.js, and that is middleware. So, in this lecture and in next few lectures, we are going to learn what is a middleware, how to use a middleware, and how middleware works. In this lecture, let's start with a high-level overview of what is a middleware and what it is used for in an Express app. In an Express application, middleware is something which we use a lot. We have already used a couple of middlewares in our Express application, like the Express.json middleware and the router middleware. So for example, if I go to VS Code, here in this app.js file, we are using a middleware called express.json, and what this middleware does is it passes the payload coming with the request and it attaches that payload to the body property of the request object. Then here we have created this hotel router, and this hotel router is nothing but it is also a middleware. So using this middleware, we are mounting a route to this path. So we have already used middleware in our Express application, and just like this, we are going to use many more middlewares in our Express application. Some of them are built-in middlewares in Express, like this express.json. Some of them we will create by our own, and we will also use some third-party middlewares in our Express application. So let's understand what a middleware is and what do we use it for. In very simple words, a middleware is a function which sits between the request and the response and which can modify the request and response object before a response is created by the route handler function and sent to the client. Let's try to understand it with an example. So let's say this is our Express application and here we have a client. So when a client makes a request to our Express application, the Express application is going to create a response and it is going to send that response back to the client. But in between the request is received by the Express app and the response is sent, we can use middlewares to modify the request and response object. So what happens is when an Express app receives a request from the client, it creates a request and response object. And this is the same request and response object which is received by the route handler functions. So again, if I go to VS Code and if I go to this hotels router, for each of these routes, we are specifying a route handler function, right? Now, if I go to one of the route handler function in the hotels controller.js file, you will notice that each of these route handler functions are receiving a request object and the response object. So this request and response object is created by the Express application as soon as it receives a request on the server. So this request and response object is created by the Express application as soon as it receives a request from the client. Now, this request and response object, it is processed by the route handler function to generate a meaningful response. For example, we have seen that from the request object, we can read the request body or the route parameter from the request URL, etc. And using the response object, we can set the status code of the response and send a response body. Now, it is possible that we can process the request and response data at multiple places before it reaches to the route handler function from where we are sending the response to the client. So a request can pass through multiple middlewares and these middlewares can manipulate the request and response object before it reaches the final route handler function. So we can have multiple middlewares in between the request is received and the response is sent. And each middleware, it can manipulate the request or response object before the actual response is sent to the client. You can also use middleware for executing any other logic which should be done before the response is created and sent by the Express. So it need not to be always about manipulating the request and response, but mostly when we create and use a middleware, we use it to modify the request object in some way. Okay, so for example, we use the express.json middleware to attach request payload to the body property of the request object. So using Express.json middleware, we basically manipulated the request object by assigning its body property with some value. Now, a middleware is called as a middleware because it sits and executes between the request is received by the Express app and the response is sent. And we can also say that in Express, everything is a middleware. Even the route handler functions, which we defined in our previous lectures for each endpoint, that is also a middleware. These middleware functions, that is the route handler functions, they are executed only for certain requests and not all requests. So again, if I go back to VS Code, this function, this route handler function, this is also a middleware. But this middleware will be executed only for those requests which is going to come for /API/v1/hotels endpoint. So any request which is coming to this endpoint, and in this example, if it is a GET request, it is going to execute this middleware function, this route handler function. If it is a POST request, it is going to execute this route handler function, which is again a middleware function. And same is the case for other route handler functions also. So a route handler function is also a middleware, but these middlewares, they get executed for a certain route and they do not get executed for all the routes. Now, when we create a middleware, most of the time we create a middleware that can be executed for all the incoming requests. So in between the request is received and response is sent, we can have multiple middlewares. And in technical terms, all the middlewares which we use in our Express app are together called as middleware stack. So here, let's say we have received a request. Now this request will go through all these middlewares and they will go through all these middlewares one after the other. And in the last middleware, a response will be created and that will be sent back to the client. So generally, the last middleware is the route handler function, which creates the response and sends it back to the client. But before the route handler function, we can also have other middlewares which can manipulate the request or response object in some way. And all these middlewares together, they create a middleware stack. Now, the most important point to remember here is the order in which we use a middleware, they are executed in the same order. The middleware that is used in the code first will be executed first, then the next middleware, and then the next one. So the last middleware used in the code will be executed last. So in an Express application, the order of the code in which you have written it, that also matters a lot. For example, in app.js, we are using this express.json middleware before we are creating our routes, and for that we are defining our route handler functions. So when the request will come, first it will go through this middleware. What this middleware will do is it will parse the request payload and it will add it to the request body. And after that, the request will move to the next middleware. In our case, to a route handler function. So by the time the request is reaching the route handler function, by that time, the request body is already attached to the request object. And that's why we are able to read the request body and use it. But if I move this line after we have defined the route, so for example, from here, if I move it to here, in that case, the route handler function will be executed first. So when the request will reach to the route handler function, by that time, the request body has not been attached to the request object. So in the route handler function, where we want to use the request body, we will not be able to use it because by that time, the body property of the request object is undefined. And that's why the order in which we define our middleware, that is very important. So the order in which we define our middleware, in the same order it gets executed. And when I say define, I mean the order in which we use our middleware. Okay. Now, while the request is going through different middlewares, so let's say we have received a request on the Express application. The Express application has created the request and response object. Now, this request and response object will be passed to the next middleware. And this middleware, it can manipulate the request or response object, or it can also execute some other logic. But once a middleware has finished its job, it has to call the next method. What this next method does is it calls the next middleware in the stack and it passes the modified request and response object to that next middleware. In the next middleware again, the middleware can execute some logic. It can be a logic which is not related to manipulating the request or response object, or in this middleware also, the request or response object can be modified in some way. So each middleware, after it has finished processing, it has to call the next function to call next middleware in the stack, if any, and it should pass the updated request and response object to the next middleware. Now remember that if we do not call the next function, then the request will be stuck and the request will not go to the next middleware, or it will not reach to the route handler function. So we need to make sure that once the middleware has finished its job, it calls the next method so that the next middleware in the stack is called and the updated request and response object is passed to the next middleware. So in this way, the request and response object goes through each middleware step by step. And in the last middleware, which is responsible for sending response back to the client, we do not need to call next function because since it is the last middleware in the stack, even if we call the next function, there is no more middleware to call. So the last middleware is generally responsible for creating and sending response to the client. Once the response is sent to the client, the request response cycle is finished for that particular request, and now Express application can handle any other incoming request. So remember that a middleware is nothing but a function which sits between the time the request is received and the response is sent. And middleware function is responsible for executing some logic or manipulating the request or response object before the final response is created and sent back to the client. So in summary, a middleware function is defined with request, response, and next parameter. So whenever you will create a middleware function, it will receive three parameters: request, response, and next. And the next function is what passes control to the next middleware or to the route handler function in the middleware chain. If you do not call this next method, in that case, the cycle stops and the request will be stuck. Also, as I mentioned before, the order in which we use the middleware that matters. Middleware is executed in the order it is defined with app.use. The order in which you place your app.use with a middleware, it is critical because in that same order, the middlewares will be executed. Now, middleware can also be applied globally to all the incoming requests, or you can also create middleware and use it on specific routes. And technically, as I mentioned, a route handler function is also a middleware that is designed to terminate the request response cycle by sending a response to the client. So this was a very high level overview of what is a middleware and what it does. Now, whatever we have learned in this theoretical lecture, we are going to understand it practically in our next lecture. So in the next lecture, we will implement a custom middleware and we will understand each topic which we have discussed in this lecture practically. This is all from this lecture. If you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.